Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Sunday the 25th of July 2021. In today's Millwall news, we have this interview from Matt Smith, and he's setting himself a target for the coming season about how many goals he's going to score, and we'll see what he says about it. So Millwall striker sets goal target for 21-22 season and talks about extending his stay. This is from londonnewsonline.co.uk, which is South London Press's online website. It says Matt Smith is setting himself a target of double figures for goals next season, but admits that a major factor in achieving his aims depends on game time. The 32-year-old striker was top scorer in his first campaign at the Den, bagging 14 goals from 41 championship appearances. But the 2020-21 season was not quite the same success story. A broken foot ruled him out at the start of March. Smith finished 5 goals and started just 7 times in 29 league outings. He was due to be a free agent at the start of July, but signed a 12-month contract extension in June. I had my off season with my family. You try and put stuff to the back of your mind and just rest and relax and enjoy that period as much as you can, he told the South London Press. I let my agent do all the rest of it, deal with the club. A few weeks in, I made up my mind that I wanted to continue with the club. I definitely felt I was very much wanted by the management. The manager made that very, very clear to me at the end of the season. There must have been 5 or 6 of us out of contract, and he spoke to us individually. He was adamant he wanted me there, and that saw me as a huge part of the squad and a major source of goals for the team. That's all the sort of convincing I needed, really. Smith would have added to his game time but for a clean break of his navicular bone in the 2-0 win over Birmingham in mid-February. His goal-bound strike was handled by the defender Harley Dean, although the officials missed the incident. A player has come across me to block the shot and my foot went into his leg or foot, I don't know which, explained Smith. He went on to play another 5 matches before the pain forced him to go for a scan. Over the coming weeks, I genuinely thought it was just horrifically bad bone bruising, and that while it was really uncomfortable, I just had to grin and bear it, said Smith. It got to a point a few weeks later in training where I was just in absolute agony. I was at breaking point, really uncomfortable. Touch wood, I'm not really one to miss training sessions. I don't think I'd missed one for 2 years. It was a bit of personal pride, but I swallowed it and went for a scan. I wanted to help the team to finish the season strongly and get as close to double figures as possible, but it wasn't to be. It was an 8-week injury with 8 weeks left of the season, so I kind of mentally conceded that I probably wasn't going to play another game. A clean break in a bone isn't actually the worst thing in the world, because it does heal quite naturally and normally. You've got nothing to really strengthen then. It's not like if you suffer muscle or ligament damage. It has healed absolutely perfectly, and I'm back to normal now. Millwall manager Gary Rowett has brought in Stoke City's Benicofobia on loan and seems intent to play with a mobile centre forward. When temporary moves for Kenneth Zahor and Troy Parrott failed to pay off last season, the experienced boss operated at times with Jed Wallace and Mason Bennett through the middle. Asked about his reduced action even before his fracture, Smith said there was a slight change to the style of play, more of a focus on a pacier and counter-attacking team that doesn't suit my skill set. I found my opportunities a little bit limited last season. I'm hopeful I can stake a claim to be more regular feature this season and hitting the figures before I got before. If you're a centre forward and playing a consistent run of games, and scoring double figures is the minimum benchmark. Depending on how many games you get to play, it's going to determine how far into the teens or 20s that you can get. It's going to be largely down to the amount of games in terms of your return. I only got 7 starts last season. It's going to be awfully difficult for me to hit the numbers I did in the previous season. Hopefully, if I get more games, I can match that or better it next season. Smith has scored in the behind closed doors friendlies against Motherwell, Watford and Barnet. I've never really looked at pre-season results or things like that as a barometer for our success this season, said former Fulham and QPR target man Smith, who has 58 goals in 255 championship outings. The most important thing is to stay fit and healthy. Getting that baseline fitness under your belt is by far and away the most important thing. I've had barren pre-seasons before, and then I've started the proper season like a house on fire, so it doesn't always translate, but goals in any capacity, whether that is in training, friendlies or games, breeds confidence for a centre forward. It is only going to be of benefit going into the season and not a negative thing. It means nothing in the real sense, but from my personal psychological perspective, it absolutely gives you that added positivity going into an hectic season. Smith can't wait to be back at the Den, and this time with the buzz of a live crowd. The welcome I've had from fans from day one, online or in person at the Den or on match days, has been really positive, he said. I like to think they see me giving 100%, trying to make as much of an impact as I can, whether that is off the bench or starting. I feel I've done that quite consistently for the past 2 seasons. The games when there are no fans are sterile. Football is about the energy they bring. I cannot downplay how important they are, but also how much better the occasion and day is when you've got that support behind you. And end. So, just a thing I will say. So, a little thing to remember in terms of minutes on the pitch now. Like, he only had 7 starts last season. If you start a game, you're gonna play in the minimum 45 minutes, because hardly any manager is going to yank you off for tactical reasons before half time. They're just not going to do it. Like, there are a few, like Mourinho does it. He seems to think he's some kind of genius, but he's just like a madman. But so if you start, you're guaranteed to play at least 45 minutes. But when you come off on the bench, you're more likely to come on around the 65th mark, 70th mark, 75th minute mark. So then you get, so even though he's coming on as a substitute a lot of times, in terms of minutes of action that he plays, it's not going to be as much as if he started the game. So when you start the game, you get at least 45 minutes, but if you come on 65th minute, you got 30 minutes on the pitch. And less minutes on the pitch, less plays you're involved in, less chance you have of scoring. So that's how that works, and we'll see. He seems to have been brought in as a super sub role, and he's been banging them in pre-season. And Millwall have, technically, you could say so far in pre-season, I don't think we've scored from open play yet. It's all been headers from corners. Now, the one against Arsenal yesterday, I don't know if you've seen the highlights there. I tried to watch the game again today, but for some reason Arsenal don't have it on their website anymore. So I told you all to go, that you could watch it and you can go and watch it, but I'm sorry for telling you that, because they've pulled it now and they've just replaced it with like 4 different cuts of highlights, which are about 5 minutes or less. So sorry about that, but the highlights are there if you want to see that. And I linked it in yesterday's video in the comments, the pinned comment. It was the link to the Arsenal's YouTube where they show the highlights. But if our goal yesterday technically was from open play, but it come from a free kick or a corner, and then Matt Smith headed it down, tried to turn and have a crack on goal or something. The ball went back to Danny McNamara. Danny McNamara floated it up to Murray Wallace. Murray Wallace headed it towards goal, and then Alex Mitchell got in there and jabbed it home. So technically that was from open play, but it was the indirect result of a dead ball situation still. So I'm going to count that as another set piece goal. And the shine is starting to come off now. I know I said yesterday Arsenal were really, really good. Like, they've got millions and millions of pounds worth of players on the pitch yesterday against us. So I'm not really taking anything in that result. You know, we should lose against them, especially when we don't have our better players out on the pitch. But with all our goals so far coming from set pieces, headers, not even like free kicks curling into the top right. Now, I think it was today, QPR, or maybe it was yesterday, QPR played Man United. Or they played Man United reserves. Like, Lingard was off, I think, only the most recognisable player for Man United. QPR played Man United at Loftus Road, and QPR won 4-2. And QPR looked very, very good. They were very quick, counter-attacking, moving the ball very quickly. Yes, they were very, very good. And it's kind of got me a bit worried now how it's all unfolding so far. I'm kind of getting a little bit worried that maybe we ain't all that. That the optimism is unwarranted, unfounded, and when we get to that QPR game in a couple of weeks' time, we're gonna get massively found out. I don't know. I'm worried. I'm kind of worried. We'll see. We've still got 2 games to go, but so far in pre-season, all Gary Rowett's going on about is fitness, fitness, fitness. You actually need to start getting some kind of team play. Some kind of winning attitude, winning spirit, winning attitude, confidence in the team and the way they play. And a goal from open play would be good. Maybe I'm being picky, but yeah, so I don't know, I'm starting to get a bit worried now. Anyway, let's move on now to second story of today. So this is an interview with Ryan Leonard. So Millwall midfielder Ryan Leonard: hard graft will be worth it if I start against QPR. This is also from londonnewsonline.co.uk, and let's have a read of it. It says Ryan Leonard says that all the hard work recovering from his injury will be worth it if he starts in the first game of the season against QPR on August 7. Leonard started in Millwall's 4-1 defeat against Arsenal on Saturday, his second appearance in the Lions friendly matches since suffering ankle damage in February. Speaking to Millwall's club website, Leonard said it's nice to be back out there. It's been a long couple of months, so it's just nice to get some minutes and some fitness. It doesn't get much harder than that, does it, playing against Arsenal? But if you want to play and get minutes, you want to test yourself against the best, and we certainly did that today. We'll probably learn more from that game than any training session or games. It was enjoyable, and you want to test yourself against the best players. We're going to get chances from the high press if we can press in the right areas, and when we get fans back in as well, that's going to help us. We created a couple of great chances, and the keeper made a really good save off Benik Afobe in the first half, and Jake Cooper hit the post as well. It was nice for Alex Mitchell to get the goal in the second half, so it was enjoyable all round. He was difficult suffering an injury through the summer as well. It wasn't ideal. Everyone is off having a break with their family, and I was in most days. But it's all worth it if I can get myself out there for the first game. It's just about being mentally strong and doing all the fitness sessions. Thankfully today I felt alright. I didn't feel unfit. I felt sharp and I felt good. So that's a credit to the physio departments, the fitness coaches that have been with me all summer, and I want to thank them for all the hard work they've done. The first game of the season is the big one. Everyone wants to be in the team for that first game. We're going to have fans there, and hopefully we will have away fans there as well. It's going to be a good game. A London derby to start. We've not had the best record at QPR the last couple of seasons, so if we can put that right, it will be a great start to the season. And that is another thing that's getting me worried. Travelling to Loftus Road, that's kind of like a bogey stadium for us. That's another thing that's kind of got me worried here. So yeah. So there you go, Leonard. Once throwing his hat into the ring for a start against QPR. I doubt it's probably a bit too early, isn't it? I doubt Rao would start him against QPR. You would think it would be probably Kefton Beld, Billy Mitchell, I don't know, and another one. He'll probably play 3 in the middle now, and 1 up front. Before I move on, I just wanted to highlight a bit of transfer news in the league that happened today. You can see on your screen here. Fulham complete double transfer deal as Harry Wilson and Gazzaniga deals tied up. So Fulham have signed Harry Wilson from Liverpool and former Tottenham and Southampton goalkeeper Paulo Gazzaniga on a free transfer. Now apparently they paid 12 million for Harry Wilson from Liverpool. Fulham in our league, we drew 1-1 with them the other day. So maybe they drew 1-1 with us, and then the management are going like, well, you didn't beat Millwall. Quick, get the checkbook out. We need to get out of this league. How much? 12 million for Harry Wilson. Done. Here, take my money. But that's what we're up against. When a team in our league with the parachuting payments can spend 12 million just to transfer a player from Liverpool to them. We got to compete with that. Crazy, innit? Absolute crazy. And we'll see. But that's why we need every little advantage we can get. And one of the advantages we get is you. What do I mean by you? I mean you, fans, going to the games and getting behind the team and supporting the club physically and ferociously. And I'm just going to let you know that so Millwall versus Portsmouth, the Carabao Cup, then the first game back at the Den in a long time. It's going on general sale tomorrow, so Monday 10 AM. Anyone, you can buy a ticket. I think you might have to register on the website actually, but you have to register to buy anything these days, basically. Or supermarket, Boots, whatever, WH Smith. So just register on the Millwall ticket site and you can buy a couple of tickets and come down to Millwall and watch this game. So this is from millfc.co.uk. I've shown you this before. Tickets for £18. Tickets will go on, any tickets remaining will go on general sale from 10 AM on Monday the 26th of July. Tickets are priced at £20, £15 for over 62s and £8 for under 18s. So there you go. Yep, from 10 AM tomorrow. Let's pack the stadium for that game. First game back. I've already got my tickets. I'll be there. How about you? And on that note, that is it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.